I want to start with the story. Do you remember as a child, we used to listen to this story where a guy with a bag hanging on his shoulder used to go from home to home, door to door, and the kids were chasing him, and he would play what do you call it, flute, and everybody used to wonder that who this guy is. And that guy, when somebody asked him, "Who are you?" he said, "I am the smile seller." And you know how you used to sell the smile? You had toys and some kind of activities in his bags. And because he used to tell the kids that I am the smile seller, everybody believed that what he's doing will bring smile to our faces. He will take out toy, he will create a joke, he will play some game, he will show some tricks, and there will be lot kids were following the smile seller. The families were happy because wherever he used to go, he used to bring smiles. So today when I had to speak on this TEDx, and I thought that what do I relate with? And the first thought that came to my mind is I am that smile seller. Why do I call myself a seller? Because I sell smiles. I sell smiles through flowers. I sell smiles through gifts. I sell smiles through messages. As I was introduced that I am a co-founder of Ferns and Petals, last 25 years, I've been selling flowers. And more than 50 million people I have sold, I have delivered smiles. So I took this opportunity today to talk about myself, because whenever I connect to a university, I never leave this opportunity to connect with you, because for me, being an educational institute, being a part of it is a very, very prestigious thing. मैं अपनी कहानी से शुरू करती हूँ. Banaras, Varanasi is still a bigger town. I hail from a very, very small town. जहाँ कोई facility नहीं थी. There were no proper schools. I was a fragile child. I had a lot of health issues. Dreaming about a future, dreaming about being where I am today was something that I never thought that I would do this. So whenever I see students, youth, kids, I feel, my God, how many dreams do they have? And we, at our age, we are always confused that what we are doing. Are we doing something good? A future, talking about our career, everything looks very non-sure. So I didn't have any English medium school. I learned from dictionary. Security was a challenge in Bihar. So life was very, very normal for me. I couldn't think of creating a career. All my cousins were in boarding schools. And because I had health issues, I was asked not to go to any boarding school. I had to stay at home. So life was going on, but what I could do in a small town. So I started reading a lot of books, because books, it's not like today that you can go online, you can go on Instagram and you can read you watch the video on YouTube or listen to podcast. So I had to buy books. I had to read books. There was no hobby, there was no time pass, there was no entertainment. I started growing flowers. I started reading, I started growing flowers. I started learning to make my own clothes. So basically, even if I was a small town, I knew that I had to do something with my life without knowing that what I have to do with my life. I got an admission form, I filled the form, I came to Delhi, I learned fashion. I had to shift from Hindi medium to English medium. So in my graduation, I was reading Hindi and English simultaneously. Then I got married to a florist. Flower that time, 27 years back, was looked down as a very low down business, not respected, not valued. But I married, and I was a fashion designer at that time. Sorry, I'm talking in bits and pieces, because I learned fashion in Delhi. Then I chose flowers over fashion. I struggled. 27 years I am here when I'm saying that I have sold 50 million smiles till today. Why am I here? What am I going to tell you about smiles? Because when we bring smile to somebody's face, it's do you realize when somebody smiles at us, we ourselves smile. And so being in a profession where selling smiles, bringing happiness to people's life, it's something very meaningful for me. And in this journey, when I realized that being a woman, I realized that women are not, women smile 62 times and men smile 8 times in a day. And when I looked at women around me, I realized that smiling was kind of a job for them. They smile easily, but they smile to take care of others. That made me think that what can I do with my life to make women more, add more value, to connect more to, because they have been caring for others. And can we do something more that they are being cared to? When they come home, can we bring a glass of water to them? We don't even think that. It's always taken understood that a woman will bring the glass of water for us when we are coming tired from work. So that is how I started this women listed platform, where I felt that they need to come out together, because the one who's smiling 62 times and you don't know how many times is the genuine smile for herself or it is always for others. So that is my journey from childhood to Ferns and Petals to women listed, because smile is a very, very common pattern everywhere. End of it, what do we want from our life? We want to live a happy life. And today's time, we don't know what is happiness about. When we were children, and we were always told that first study hard, get good marks, then you will be happy. You will have a good time when you finish your school. Then you go to college, you'll be happy. When you finish your college, then they say you go to work, you will be happy. When you start working, then you say, Achal, get married, then you will be happy. So life goes on and on and on. And then we keep on waiting. Acha, maybe happiness and smiles are something that's far off. I'll do this when I reach there. Let me finish this and then I'll do this. Then I will be happy, then I'll be smiling. So that is one thing I want to connect with you, and I want to tell you that happiness is not something that we need to wait for a very, very long time to be happy in our lives. It should be a part of our lives, which at least nobody told me when I was a child, that be happy today, no? Tomorrow you could be happier, but why do you have to wait for a time to be happy? So some time back, somebody asked me, what was the time, what was the unhappy moments of your life that you remembered? And actually, I sat down and I tried to think that, was I unhappy any time in my life? And I realized that there could be struggles, there could be problems, there could be 1,000 things which bothered me, or challenges were there. I was sad, I was upset, but I was never unhappy in my life, if I look back. So what is the pattern that one needs to learn to be happy? They say that you can't pour from an empty cup. We are not told that you have to take care of yourself first. I remember my mom used to tell me, koi baat nahi, tum apni cheezein de do, koi baat nahi. But did that make me happy? No, it didn't. Because if I want to be happy first, then I want to give happiness to others. So I realized that this is not something that I can do for a long term. This is not sustainable. Let me find my happiness and then I can make others happy. The same way, जब हम छोटे थे तो हमें ये बोला जाता था, कभी हमें चोट लग जाती थी तो हमें बोला जाता था कि कोई बात नहीं, शायद बड़ी बला थी जो कि टल गई. today we talk a lot about gratitude in a larger picture, that show gratitude, get up with gratitude, say your prayers, write about 10 good things that happens in your life. But as a child, we don't realize that gratitude was a normal part of our lives. हमें बड़ों ने हमेशा ये बताया कि जब भी कोई बुरी चीज होती है तो ये सोचो कि शायद इसमें कुछ इससे ज्यादा कुछ बुरा होना था जो हमारे साथ नहीं हुआ. तो I feel gratitude is one part that we need to practice. Self-love is something that we need to be practicing. And you know, when I make flowers, or when I used to grow flowers as children, I remember the first thing, I used to get up in the morning and I used to go and see that flowers blooming, that how much the flowers have bloomed. Today, are there 2 flowers or there are 4 flowers? That feeling of happiness, that feeling of that smile that it brings to you is something that we should not ignore. We should always focus on what is making me happy. It could be playing football, it could be dancing in the rain, it could be, for me it was growing the flowers, it was listening to the music, it could be anything. But we always take it for granted that acha ye to normal hai. This is like, we don't even notice that what is it that is making me happy, what is it that makes me smile. So my story to you, my learning to you is that whatever is making you happy, please stop and focus on it and notice that what is making you happy. Third thing is purpose. Again, purpose is told to us in a manner that life has to have a big purpose. Only when you reach there, then that is your purpose. Only when you climb mountain, then you fulfill your purpose. Again, I'm saying that purpose is something that is found in a very, very small things. There were times when making a cup of tea for my father was my purpose. Raising my children was my purpose. Delivering a good flower bouquet to my client was my purpose. So every day there is something that is bringing you closer to your purpose. And you must focus on this. Why I am saying this? Because when I look at my childhood, I was doing everything in those bits and pieces, which is like, I never connected the dot that what am I doing? Because till our college, till we are reaching around at the 30 year of our life, we don't even know what is the purpose of our life. What are we doing? Are we happy doing what we are doing or not we are doing? But everything what we do in small portions, when you connect the dots, you realize that is what is making me a fulfilled person. That is what is, everything is taking me to my goal. Everything is taking me to my purpose. And when I was growing flowers, that time I didn't know that I love doing flowers. So tomorrow I will be a florist. So it is your happiness, your smile is something that is in your control. Nobody will come and tell you that you have to do this. A little bit about our education system. They're teaching us everything. They're teaching us, like I took economics, psychology, political science. We had a bit of art also. I studied fashion, but we don't feel confident about what we are learning in our schools, in our colleges, because decoding happens later. So what I really believe that we stand on 4 pillars in life: your flow, your purpose, your living in the community, and self-care. I feel I could deliver smiles happily. Because somewhere I focus on everything in my life. And I want to tell you that when I came from a small town, I never thought that I could be here. I could be having a 500 shops. I could be delivering 50 million smiles. I was just like one of you sitting there who could never dream something so big. And every time I get an opportunity, I want to tell the youth that if I could do it, where every circumstances was not in my favor. I didn't have anything to say that, okay, this is my checkbox and this is I can take in my life, and so that I could be successful. No, dreams were nowhere. So my finishing line, I want to tell you that if I could do it, you could do it too. So trust your inner self, trust and focus on what these 4 things in your life, what are they making you do things. And in the end, I want to say that I believe I am like a river. The river has its ups and downs. The river has sometimes stones that block the river. Sometimes the river has to take a different turn. But the river gets dirty in the rainy season. But the river always flows, always flows. Sometimes we don't believe in this, that, okay, I am the power of, I am the energy. But we are the reservoirs, we are the river, we have the power of, we are the utmost potential powerhouse. So don't ever ignore the power of yourself. Just there is a little formula that you have to follow, and then you will find your calling, and then you realize that, okay, yes, what did I do as a child which helped me reach here? So it's a very simple story, but maybe you can take from me is that if I could do it, you all can do it. On that note, I want to say thank you.